Proof was first incepted by Byron and Angela Burrows. They are a family that came originally from Atlanta, moved here in about 05-06 to open up what was called Liquor Loft on Tennessee Street in 2007. They began as a liquor store, boutique store, where they sold specialty wine and liquor and also craft beer. And then in 2008, they opened up a craft beer bar adjacent to the liquor store. And then in 2012, they opened up a craft brewery in the downstairs basement on a 3-barrel pilot system. And then in 2014, we opened a production facility in Railroad Square Art Park. And that's where we brewed all of our beer for core and distribution. And then eventually we had to morph and open up this facility that we currently reside in, so our 3.0, where we moved all of our production and our entire facility over to expand our production threefold.
When we first opened, we were a very heavy kind of domestic city here, where everybody was drinking, Anheuser-Busch products, Budweiser, Mich Ultra, Natty Light. Once we created this atmosphere with a craft beer bar, it was really cool because we noticed people started coming out and actually wanting to drink craft beer, so we were kind of the first of its kind. We realized that there was actually a market for it. Once we realized that, we started brewing our own beer and people were kind of flocking to it. Tallahassee in the last 10 years, I think, has come from this domestic culture to this craft brewery culture right now, and it's really, really cool.
I think we're unique in that we have paved the way for all the other local breweries to become associated with a local craft brewery. We have kind of set the tone and set kind of the standard for what craft beer should be for our city, and I think the city has responded very positively.
With the new facility now, we can expand distribution, expand our kind of experimentation with beers. The tasting room is a lot bigger. We can house a lot more people. We've got more games here, covered patio, bigger beer garden. It's awesome.
We didn't want to be down in distribution in order to maintain our retail accounts that have been loyal with us from the start. So in order to move everything, we actually had to overbrew on our small capacity to be able to get enough beer to balance the gap between when we moved everything over to our current facility. So we were able to maintain distribution out in the market without any lapse, and then we were able to move everything from our previous operation over to this operation, which took a tremendous amount of everything from construction workers to logistics personnel, and we did all that in-house. Part of our expansion is not only to be able to add additional core brands and cans. Before, at our old facility, we only had the capacity to do 2 brands and cans, our 850, which is our pale ale, and then our Mango Wit, which is a Belgian wit beer. And then we were able to just now produce our lager in cans, and then also our La La Land, which is our West Coast style IPA. This facility has also allowed us to be able to expand and do small batch runs of cans, from specialty brands to all sorts of different fun things that we can come up with back there. So back in 2014, when we were selling beer, and then in 2015 when we started distribution, we were able to get our beer out through not only Tallahassee, but in certain markets throughout the state with our distributor. But Florida has what's called franchise state, where our distributor decided to sell our brand to other distributors. So we went from 1 distributor to 14 distributors throughout the state in a very short amount of time. So we are actually officially sold statewide, even though in some markets you can't find us, like Orlando. But you can find us not only in Tallahassee, the Panhandle, but Jacksonville as well, and also South Florida.
So we were, one of the first original distributing breweries here in town. We've got 5 or 6 other breweries here in town, so it's great because with Brewing, we've got this tight-knit community. So where it was kind of just one brewery, now we've got brewing tourism here. So you've got people coming from all over Florida, all over the country, from other countries, international students, actually viewing Tallahassee as more of like a brewing brewery tourism destination versus kind of just a bar or a tasting room.
We have gone from just a few thousand breweries whenever we were officially opened back in 2012 to now we have over 7,000 breweries throughout the US. And even in Florida, we went from less than 100 to now we have over 300 operating breweries.
When we started 2007, we had about 10 employees. We've got over 50 employees now, so we definitely increased the workforce here.
Tallahassee Office of Economic Vitality actually predicted that we would be a $23 million local impact to our community, and that's through job creation and taxes and our footprint and area.
As far as what we do here with the local economy, donating grain to local farmers. So anytime we have spent grain here, it all gets donated out to local farmers all over North Florida. We feed mini cows, chickens, pigs, horses. So definitely helping support kind of the agriculture side of things, as well as kind of the brewing side of things as well.
Future goals is to continue to grow 10 feet deep and an inch wide to where we want to be Tallahassee's beer. We want to have everybody take pride in the fact that we make a great quality beer, and we continue to give that to our consumers. So we want to expand our core brand and package and focus on continuing our commitment to quality and providing that to our local Tallahassee scene.